Slurp-dee-derp, my G's. Hope you guys are all doing great. So today I'm going to teach you a really quick and easy way to make a mono vocal into a stereo vocal, which sounds good quality, and it's useful if you only have one vocal sample or one vocal file which is in mono. Like this sample as an example, it's all just in mono. If you're working with a singer, you have the opportunity, because most of the time, when you're recording on a microphone, it's in mono. You have the opportunity to get multiple takes, and then you can pan takes out left and right to create a great stereo image. But if you don't have that opportunity because you've only got one sample, one file that's in mono, the best way to make it stereo, in my opinion, from my experience, is to duplicate the channel, use ping-pong delay and subtle amounts of reverb until you get a nice width going that's adding on top of the original mono. So I'm not actually going to process the mono version. I'm only going to add stereo harmonics on top of it. So I do that just by duplicating the channel. So we've got two of the same, and then this is going to be the stereo version. So it's going to be 100% stereo information. And so the first way to do that is dual delay, really fast, ping-pong delay. So what it does, if you make it slower, when you get to a certain point, when it's fast enough, you can blend it with the original to really listen to what you're doing, in a more controlled way. What happens when you use a ping-pong delay is you get a new image on the left and new image on the right at different times. It tricks the ear to thinking everything's super stereo, but because it's happening so fast, it still feels like it's just one vocal line. Like it doesn't sound like it's been delayed, So the trick is to trick your ear, but not, you have to get the right timing. You have to do it by ear. And if it's nice and short enough, you'll trick your ear to thinking it's stereo without noticing the delay. Or if you've done it too slowly, you'll notice there's a delay because your ears will pick it up, But once you've set that up, like nice and tight, and so it sounds like it's nice and tight to the vocal and doesn't sound like a delay. It's just pure stereo ping pong. Then what you can do after that is just process it a little bit more to color it a little bit nicer. So to color it, I use the kilohertz convolver, the white blur. White blur 50 milliseconds is similar to how the ping pong delay is so tight and short. It's also really tight and short, 50 milliseconds. So you just mix that in a bit. Okay, I'm playing both together, remember here. If I'm just hearing the stereo version. A bit of colour from that reverb, a bit of colour from another reverb, a different reverb to get a different colour. Valhalla Supermassive, small and wide. Lovely preset here. Again, gives a bit more depth on it, really tight though. So again, around 30% of that or so. And now if you play them together, if it was at both the same volumes, it does sound a bit intense and like digital and like not very natural. So you have to bring the stereo layer down still, and it'll become more natural and mixed in when it's lower. So bring it down like 6 dB or so. One final thing, take out a bit of extra low end as well. I've done a fairly minimal amount, it's very subtle here. You still want the real low range fundamental of the vocal to be like more towards the mono end rather than the stereo end. You can have stereo in the whole vocal, but I try to leave at least a little bit of the bottom is just mono still, just so it sounds a bit clearer in a mix. But yeah, now, I mean, how natural does it sound? Pretty damn natural for the fact that we've only used digital plugins and we haven't had access to the vocalist to actually record us some extra takes that we can pan out, you know? So that's my favorite way of adding stereo signal to a mono sound or mono vocal. It's just really, really effective and sounds like definitely good enough for me to like use that in a track, you know? So again, I can just bring the volume down a little bit more. Get it perfect, and then I could render them together and I've made a stereo file, you know? Compare it back to the original again. You know, now stereo, and it's still tight. It's not like I've reverbed it or anything like with a long reverb. So if I wanted to do that, then now I can reverb the whole lot, you know, have a wonderful long reverb on everything with the chroma verb, for example. Just a bit of reverb in the high end, a nice long one. You know, that's a nice little subtle whole reverb. I could do another video if you guys want on different types of ways to reverb vocals for like creative flair, but let me know in the comments if you want that. But basically, even without the reverb, we've made a mono vocal stereo. Okay, and this technique will work on any mono vocal. You just got to make sure that you're very careful with the timing you use on the ping-pong delay, so you get the timing just right. Make sure you create the stereo version 100% stereo, so that's 100% delay, 100% delay, and make sure you do that on a different channel to the mono one, so that you can have the mono one still pure and not tampered with. So you're only adding extra stereo harmonics to the pre-existing mono vocal. You're not sacrificing the mono vocal at all, so because that has all the power in it, you know. So there we are. Thank you for watching, my G's. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Only about half of you guys are actually subscribed, so it really helps me out. It's free to do, and yeah, leave us a like on the video as well. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments if it helped you out, and before I go as well, I must mention that I have mixing and mastering services available. You can email me for a quote, info@artofactmusic.com. If you want to level up your production one-on-one, I do lessons as well. My links to my calendar are down below in the descriptions to all of my videos. If you want any preset packs for Serum, Phase Plant, Vital or Current, I've got some great packs up on my website. Check those out. Demos are available for all the packs. And if you want to support me and get more involved on the YouTube channel, then come along to Patreon and come along to Discord. We've got a great community in there where we're doing group events, feedback streams, and all that kind of good stuff. All right, that's it from me today. More from me very soon. Much love.